Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and much appreciate you guys making a little time out of your day to watch the video. I'm going to give you guys the day 2 practice report from down here at Grand Lake in preparation for the Toyota Series tournament starting on Thursday. And before we get started, guys, just wanted to give everybody again a big thank you that's been helping the channel out by supporting our View Product Shopping tab. It's like when the video comes on, you'll see a little thing at the bottom of the screen that says View Products, 30 products I think you guys might be interested in checking out. So thanks a lot for supporting the channel with that, and I'd like to invite everybody to hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Okay guys, day 2 practice. We had quite a bit of a different day today. It was cool again today, actually cold. It was 25 degrees this morning when I left the house. I've been driving back and forth from Springfield. It's like a 2-hour drive one way, but it's like I'd rather sleep in my own bed at night than to get a hotel and be away from the family for a week. So I've been driving back and forth, making for a lot of road time there. But it was cold this morning. We took out, and you can see by the sky right here, post front bluebird day, man. We had a pretty strong north wind today, and it's still cold right now. It's right now it's a little bit after 5 o'clock, and it's still cool. When you run, it's pretty chilly out there, but I think it's supposed to warm up the next couple days before it gets nasty in the tournament again on Thursday. But anyway, guys, today I sort of went to a different part of the lake today from yesterday. If you saw the report I did yesterday, I caught a 5-pounder and a few non-keepers, but it was a super tough day. So I went to a different part of the lake, put it down there, and everything looked really good. The water where I was fishing this morning was a little bit cleaner than what I thought it was going to be, and my fish down there for probably maybe 3.5 hours, and I caught one non-keeper, and that was it. And it was just like I ran quite a bit of the stuff that I caught them in the past down there, looked around, and I just couldn't get them going down there. I didn't see a lot of activity on my graph, especially I was fishing a little bit shallower. I didn't even see any shad shallow, and I started noticing there's a bunch of guys that are live scoping. I mean, in the middle of the lake. I'm talking about they're out there in like 60 and 70 foot of water, no structure around it. They're just out there roaming around in the middle of the lake, man. Those must be the guys catching the 25-pound bags in these tournaments, because obviously those fish don't get any pressure. But it really surprised me seeing so many people fishing out in the middle of the lake. So anyway, after about 3.5 hours, I got analyzed it, and it just didn't feel right. And I wanted to make another change. I wanted to see more of the lake, so I took the boat out of the water, ran to a different part of the lake, and launched. Got in there, and I caught a couple non-keepers pretty quick, and then I caught about a 3-pounder, about a 3-pound keeper, and then I lost one that felt like a pretty good fish. I never saw it, but it felt like it was a pretty good one, and that was it, man. So I wound up catching a few non-keepers, a 3-pounder, and losing another one that was definitely a keeper, and did catch one giant drum today. So man, it's not good. It's not good right now. I'm going to keep honing away on it tomorrow. Again, I'm going to go to another different part of the lake, and I'm sort of going to mix up my techniques a little bit more. I'm sort of going to change up from what I've been doing just to try to get something going, man. In these tournaments here, it's like in a flip of a switch, you can go from like not catching crap like I'm not catching right now to having a really good tournament with just an area change or a bait adjustment. It doesn't take any time at all. So I still got another 1.5 days of practice left. I'm not worried at this point about it. Obviously, in practice, you want to catch them sort of for your own just your attitude more than anything else. Practice is really irrelevant. It doesn't make any difference how well you do in practice. I've had some of the greatest practices of my career followed up by the most terrible tournament performance, and vice versa. So the only thing that practice really does is it either gets you excited for the tournament, or it gets you where you're not that excited for the tournament. So right now, it's just hard to get bit, man. That's all I can say. I looked through the weights of that Skeeter tournament yesterday, And there was, you know, the top 10 or 15 guys caught good bags, but it dropped way off. I'm talking, I think there were 60 teams that zeroed in that tournament. And I think it was 50th place in that tournament was like 4 pounds or something. It dropped way off from the guys that were catching them towards the top. So sort of typical for Grand Lake is, you know, once you get keyed in on the right bait in the right area, you know, you can catch some good fish. But man, it's just hard to get a bite right now. It really is. I'm sort of surprised how hard it is to get a bite, considering the lake is in pretty decent condition. It's not high. You got some diversity in water clarity. Everything looks right, but I still think that a lot of those fish are out deeper suspended, and that's what those guys out in the middle of the lake live scoping are taking advantage of. Not to say that there's not shallow fish. I know there's some shallow fish up. I just got to keep moving around and hunting until I figure out where they're at and the bait they want. So anyway, guys, that's it. A tough day on the water. That's part of fishing. I'll give you guys a report tomorrow. And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you.